So we're in the midst of testing more Ugreen stuff. So we have two more. This is the 100 watts 2-in-1 gun charger for your desktop. So you put this on your desk. It's actually very beautiful in a way. It helps you save space, and yeah, this is something that I kind of highly recommend people to buy if you can use the MagSafe and also charge your laptop at the same time. We'll get to that later. And then the other one is this MagSafe power bank with a kickstand at the back. So we shall take a look at the power bank first. So I shouldn't call this thing a power bank. Technically it is a power bank. So you can see MagSafe. Then you got one type A port at the bottom, so you can literally still use it as a power bank. One button here which you can press to show the battery level, and then one type C port here to charge this power bank and also to charge other devices using this wired charging as well. And we got the iPhone 15 Pro with us here, and okay, this is something funny, okay? So as you can see, the MagSafe is here. If we snap it in, there is some sort of protrusion here, and it shows you more for you. Why is this thing showing? Well, it's because this power bank is made for the Pro Max in mind. So if you're gonna use the iPhone 15 Pro, then it will surely have a bit more protrusion at the bottom here. And the kickstand works real well. You can make it stand like this, real nice, or you can stand like this as well to watch movies. Actually, for this angle, I would say it's quite nice. So as you can see from the back of this box here, the Type-C input is 12 volts at 1.67 amps, which is 20 watts. And the Type-C output is also 20 watts. And then the Type-A is 5 volts at 4.5 amps, which is also 20 watts. If I'm not wrong. And the wireless charging output maximum is 15 watts. So technically this is a decent power bank for iPhones. You cannot really fast charge devices like Samsung, for example. This thing supports up to like 45 watts. So if you're gonna buy this anyway, I mean, it's made for Apple devices because of that MagSafe. But that doesn't mean if you're not using an iPhone, you cannot add a MagSafe, because like what I did with the Z Fold 4 from last year, I added a MagSafe to my phone. It worked pretty well, but the accessory compatibility is still a question. So we'll leave this aside and move on to this thing. Now this thing is real heavy, and that is okay because you're gonna put it on your desk anyway. So this thing can be tilted upwards, and then you can adjust whatever angle you want. So if, for example, you snap your phone in like this, then you put it on the table, then you want to watch a movie or something like that, you can adjust whatever angle you want, and I think that's really nice. And the heavy bottom means that the entire thing wouldn't topple. So yeah. And then you have also 3 more USB ports here, 2 Type-Cs, 1 Type-A, and as for the outputs, the box says it can output a total of 100 watts for the Type C1 or C2. Then for the USB-A is 22.5 watts maximum. For wireless charging is 15 watts maximum, or 7.5. Okay, so for the MagSafe, pretty straightforward. Snap it in, it works right away. Then we can tilt it whatever angle we want. Now for the USB-Cs, let's try the charging protocol supported. So as we can see here, the first USB-C port supports all of these protocols, including 100 watts of USB PD 3.0. It does have USB PD PPS up to 21 volts at 5 amps, so that's really good. You can charge whatever devices you want. And not the highest end MacBooks though, because those chips require 140 watts of USB PD 3.1 actually. And because this is USB 3.0, you won't get the full performance out of your MacBooks. And as for the second USB-C port, it's also supporting, I think, the same standards, and also up to 100 watts. If we press here, it also supports PPS up to 21 volts at 5 amps. So pretty much identical between the two Type-C ports. Now let's try the Type-A port. I don't expect anything out of the ordinary here because Type A is... I think it's gonna get phased out eventually. I mean, it's still pretty ubiquitous to this day and age because a lot of devices are still using Type A chargers. So for the USB Type A port supports all of these charging standards, and yeah, nothing out of the ordinary here. You can only get up to, the highest that we are seeing here is 25 watts from SCP charging standard. I'm not sure what is SCP anyway. Can I check it? No, I cannot. Yeah, SCP 25 watts maximum. SCP... Yeah, SCP is Huawei supercharger. That is the only one that can go 25 watts on the USB Type A port. Once again, if you want the fastest charging speed, then you should plug into your USB-C ports, these two. And if you plug in more than one device at a time for your Type-Cs, of course it will split the power. So yeah, that's it for these two MagSafe devices. Actually, you shouldn't call this a MagSafe. This is a very nice design, by the way. Combines MagSafe at the top and also USB ports at the bottom. Real nice hybrid device. And then for this one, MagSafe power bank with a kickstand. And you can also still use it as a power bank if you don't want to use the MagSafe as well. Real nice. I'll leave all of the prices and where to purchase down in the description below. And yeah, check them out. Ugreen has a lot of good stuff.